Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a OverwatchCorps tutorial-ish. This is going to be a breakdown of what you're going to want to be considering when you are a more veteran player. So say you played it a little bit and you go, okay, I want to be a little bit more, serious about it. Going into your options, we're going to talk about a couple things that you may want to consider looking at that you may have forgotten. So again, making sure, FOV and stuff like this, I've assumed you've already gone over, so I'm sure that your sound, or excuse me, your video and your gameplay, some of these things are already set, your social settings are already set, your audio settings are, again, as you would like. Dolby Atmos is something that a lot of people have forgotten about or not heard about. Do consider this, but know that I personally am not sure if I can recommend this yet. I will point you towards a video that we'll be doing later in the week, and we'll be going into the pros and cons of Dolby Atmos. So, but controls, this is important. Mouse sensitivity, this is very personal, I understand that. Reticle, bloom type, color, etc. This is all personal as well. We'll get into that a little bit in a moment. This is all, again, just your basic communication. I recommend binding at least the core ones to that. Spectator, nobody cares about here. But the most important thing is understand that all heroes does not actually be the only way that you can do it. So let's go to Bastion, for example. Let's say that for Bastion, I don't want the default, I want short crosshairs. Okay, cool. Bam, short crosshairs. I can turn bloom on or off. And this changes and this is a change that is only applying to Bastion. And so I can even go, okay, you know what, for Bastion, I want to have pink crosshairs. And this is really going to throw me off when I play Bastion next, if I play Bastion ever again. But again, and you can do this for every character. So I go to Diva and bam, it's back to default. So this is something that, again, I personally like going in and tweaking per character, but also more importantly, you have things like under Genji, the heroes that have stars are either heroes that you have already changed or have things that you can change to them. So for example, Genji, automatically climb walls is off by default. I've turned it on. You still have to press spacebar when you go up to the wall, but you don't have to hold it, which make things a little bit easier. I also, again, personally, I like default, and this is personal preference, but if you want to change it per character, this is where I recommend doing it. Hanzo has similar also has the automatically climb walls. McCree, I just changed his, this is what I changed for him. I personally like short crosshairs and a slightly different color. Mercy is another character that I personally think is very, very important. Guardian Angel performs beam target, so that's when you hit shift and she flies towards somebody. If it's off, you just immediately go towards whoever's in front of you. If it's on and you're healing somebody and they're behind you, and you press and hold shift, you fly to them no matter where they are, instead of targeting somebody else. But also, I personally like having toggle beam connection on. You left click, you're healing. You right click, you are then damage boosting. And for me, I like it over having to hold the mouse. Again, personal preference is key. I'm not telling you what you should or shouldn't do. I'm saying be aware of these options. Reinhardt, again, toggle barrier. I personally don't like having to hold right click to make sure that my shield is up. Also, again, other options are there as preferred. Here's one that I actually forgot to change. Allied health bars for Soldier 76, because he does have a heal. Being able to see your teammates' health is very nice. And also, do note that you can change sensitivity per character. So if you're that kind of person who wants to consider that, that is definitely something to look into. Widowmaker has toggle zoom. I'm not a huge fan of that. And also, she has a relative aim sensitivity. This is based on this, and so I recommend going into the target range and messing around with this if you're a Widowmaker main. Tracer, does she have something? Yeah, I have bloom turned on for Tracer, again, because she has very, very high bloom in her actual attacks, so I personally like having that on. And that is it for those characters. Also, something else to do, don't be ashamed to use the practice range. Don't go, oh, well, I'm level 25, I don't need to use the practice range. There are a lot of things that you can learn while using the practice range. So we're going to go ahead and go in here. We're going to go to Genji as an example. And so we know, okay, this is what his abilities do. We know that his dash, his shift, his left shift, excuse me, does do damage. And we also know that it resets on kill. So what that means we can do in the practice range is we can find a, whoopsie, as I throw myself off the map. You can also learn about things like that. But no, anyways, as I am saying here, you can, so we're going to kill this poor bot right here. You can learn, okay, let's try and get a dash reset kill. Not quite. Killed him. Now we have the dash again. Go like this. My dash was just used, so there we go, and he's dead because we again dashed the dash kill. And so we are good to go. And so these are things that you can do in the training mode. You can practice Widowmaker shots because these bots do actually move fairly predictably, but you can still go around the map and practice using them. So the practice range is definitely something that you should consider using. Here's a section that you can only get to if you have a jump or a leap or something. Again, this map is surprisingly well done, which again I think we can say for a lot of things in Overwatch, where it's like, wow, they really went above and beyond. Or, oh, I need to practice my wall jump into leap, similar to, you know, on Hanamura trying to kite the edge of the map. Things like that. These are things that you can do in the practice range. Again, take the time, learn your characters. Learn, okay, here's my ultimate. I know that on a training bot that has 150 HP, or excuse me, 200 HP, that it takes 2 hits to kill them with their full health. You can learn, you can practice tricks as well, like sheathing. There are animation cancelings and things like that. All things that you can definitely do and learn in this training mode that you might not take the time to think about in game because you're busy trying to stay alive. So with that said, thank you very much for watching. My name is MTarget. This is, of course, the Overwatch Corps. Thank you all for joining us. We hope that you stick around. Please hit that subscribe button if you liked what you saw. Also hit the thumbs up button if you liked it. Comment down below. Let me know. Do you want to see more stuff like this? Go into a little bit more depth about some actual tips and tricks and not just some basic settings things. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all in a